Hello, good morning. We are doing our live call for topic 1, week 1 of the Empath Online Series. Hope everyone is going well with your week 1 of checking your energy fields and checking your energy system. Now, I'm recording this because this is something that I would like to share with other people when I can, because it's quite informative. That's the plan for this live call today, to educate about the auric field and the chakra system. So some of this stuff will be a bit of a repeat for week 1's lesson, video lesson, but I think it's good to just get the understanding happening, because sometimes you listen to it a few times, you'll be able to get you get more insights happening, and that builds on the layers of your learning. So today I'll talk a bit about the auric field and the chakra system, and then what heals the auric field and what harms it. So this is the two bits that I want to focus on today during this live call. So let's jump right in. Now, your energy body consists of your aura, which extends 2 feet out from other side of you, all around you, and your chakra system. Auras are fields of luminous energy that surround a person like a halo and can be seen or detected by those with intuitive abilities, either with their physical eyes or their third eye. So you can sort of sense, some people can sense the color of other people's auras, and you can actually train yourself to start looking at and start seeing somebody's aura. So I think there are quite a few videos out there on training you how to see somebody's auras. For me, my ability is claircognizance. So it's that inner knowing that I just listen in and tune into my body. So that way I can tell what's happening through a person's auric field without actually seeing it physically, but basically seeing with my third eye. So our auras can be affected by the energies of people around us, and what you emanate can influence someone else and vice versa. So think about it this way. Everyone has an auric field. And then you have two people crossing. And when their auric field crosses, if you're sensitive enough, your auric field picks up their auric field and tunes into their energies, and vice versa. So that's what they're saying. The color and thickness of your aura shifts with your moods and emotions. So color and thickness meaning, generally, if you're feeling high vibration, you're feeling happy and energized and joyful, your auric field is big, expansive, and brilliant in color, and basically thick, because it's just full of energy and full of beautiful energy. And other people can sense it. Other people can pick it out. Conversely, when you're feeling down and low and sad, your auric field pulls in closer. It can be quite thin and permeable, so you more likely pick up on other people's stuff even more. So think about the times where you're feeling so happy and vibrant, and then I'll give an example. You're driving around, you're happy, vibrant, you're just enjoying yourself, enjoying the beauty of the day, and you're driving, and someone wants to cut you or wants to take over you. You just go, yep, sure, I'll wave you over. You're not affected. And this is possible as well, in between cars that you're far away, you're not even 2 feet close, you can even pick it out. But this is for yourself, holding your auric field. People won't affect you as much. But then when you're grumpy, when you're sad, you're tired, you're stressed out, when you're driving, everything seems to piss you off. Everything seems to affect you even more, and things are happening to you. And this is where your auric field is sort of so thin that things bombard you and you feel it easily. So this is why it's really quite important to work with your auric field. Work at keeping your auric field strong. And also the color of your aura shifts with your moods and emotions. And this ties into your chakra system in the next slide we'll talk about. So your auric field, if you look at this diagram here, the color corresponds with the different chakras. These are the chakras down here. If you follow my arrow, these are the chakras here. And then here's the auric field. Okay. So the closer you are, tends to be what's close to you is the solar plexus, the power center. That's close to you, and you want to hold it strong. And then you extend beyond that, the heart love colors. And then beyond that, the throat, the communication chakra, and that extends out into your auric field. So for example, right now, I'm talking and I'm using my voice. So chances are my auric field is quite blue because I'm using my voice. And it would be infused with some purple and some crown because I'm talking about spirit stuff. I'm talking about spiritual lessons, and it ties in with the soul star, the seed of my soul, because this is my topic. I love it. I love teaching about this stuff. So you'll probably see a bit of an infusion of purple in my auric field. Now, if you go down lower to the lower chakras, it ties in more to the physical level. So the orange sacral, you see, feel closer to the body, which is the creative feminine center. And then the base chakra, physical needs and physical body. That's why they tend to show the physical body as red, because it ties in with the physical, the red base chakra. And then here, earth star is the bottom chakra there. Let's move on to the next slide. Oh, I did move on to the next slide already. Okay. So we've talked about it a little bit already. Chakras are energy centers inside your body that are anchored in place, so they don't shift. They are physically permanent fixture here. Auric field is the one that shifts according to your moods, according to your emotions, even according to other people's emotions, depending on how empathic you are, how sensitive and empathic you are. You might pick up other people's auric field and their colors and their emotions. Now, with the chakras, each chakra relates to a different aspect of your life, and each chakra has a certain color. So we've gone through that already in the previous slide. So how each chakra is a different color, and each chakra, relates to different aspects of your life. So if you're talking about a human being's developmental life cycle, you start off with a physical. You meet your physical needs, and then you start being more creative, and then it's solar plexus. So you see the power struggles start to happen. Well, toddlerhood, power struggles all the time, and then teenagehood, again, learning about their own power, their own sense of power. So that power struggles are happening, and then you move on to the heart space, heart chakra. You look at love, and then you go up higher, where you're speaking about yourself, and this is where you're moving into the I guess a bit further along in your professional journey, where you're learning to speak about what you do and speak about your truth, and give voice to your soul passions, what you love. And then go up higher, you start to look at the spiritual aspects of life, spiritual aspects of yourself, and further on. So the traditional life development cycle it's quite spread out, but what we're finding is that the new souls coming in, basically people in my generation, I'm in my 30s, I'm in my early 30s, so people around my age, I'm finding there are quite many of us who very early on get our spiritual awakenings. I got my spiritual awakening when I was 25 years old, and that's pretty young. Traditionally, it was my parents' age and beyond. We're talking about spiritual development after all the physical needs are met. It would be about 45, 50. They get their midlife crisis to get that spiritual awakening. But for us, the younger generations, because our physical needs are mainly met, our physical needs are mostly met, we explore the spiritual side more. We have the space to explore the physical and the spiritual aspects more. So you'll find younger people having spiritual awakenings younger. And then we go to the generations, you know, generations after us. So the young children, the rainbow children, the crystal children, they all seem to come through with all of this pretty much sorted. Basically, it's up to us to meet and help them with their base physical needs. But most of it, they are fully connected up here. And, you know, they have a strong spiritual sense already. So it's very, very interesting times indeed. But really, all of this, we all go through this. We all go through this at different stages of our life, goes through, you know, moving through different aspects of our life with our different chakras, learning different lessons. And it takes as long or as short or whatever time that is perfect for you. So there is no right or wrong. It is perfect for you. So another example I like to give is that how your chakras are more anchored and rooted, as we said earlier, but a significant change in your life can create a change in your chakras. So for me personally, I've always been working on my solar plexus power center chakra, getting a sense of my own power and soul power. But when I was pregnant, it was such a struggle because when you're pregnant, your belly extends out this way. You're shifting your power center. Your power center shifts a bit. And that is a significant change in your life. So I found I was having a lot of power struggle issues and feeling so lost and feeling such a sense of disconnect from my own personal power. So that for me, I felt was such a strong sense of I feel powerless. I feel like I don't know where I'm heading with my journey. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know who I am. And all of that was shifting. So all of the power center and lower stuff was a big significant change in my life. And it took about 1-2 years after Rose was born to actually start to feel my solar plexus going back and feeling a sense of my own power coming back to me. Another example I like to give is something that I discovered recently. So I was having a discussion with someone recently, and they had, when they were a child, they had a significant trauma. So they had an accident with a car, with the mother driving the car. So I'm trying to be careful not to share too much of the information, because really it wasn't quite my story, but the insight I got from it was quite interesting and quite powerful. But what happened to this child was she experienced an out-of-body experience. So her soul left her body for a little bit and was watching the body. And this out-of-body experience is something that you might have come across and heard about, or goodness knows, experienced yourself when you were a child. And the soul steps out of the body to protect itself from the trauma. When the soul went back into the body since then, this person reports having more psychic abilities. You know, as they're growing up, they report, you know, seeing more stuff or sensing more stuff. And I guess what has happened there is that the accident caused a significant shift in the third eye chakra. And that shift created a significant change enough that it opened their third eye and they could see more spirit stuff. So that is quite a shift in that auric field. And you can hear in, you know, people who have had head traumas and neck traumas, something has shifted. And especially with that near-death experience or out-of-body experience, you get a sense of being more open to spirit, more your higher level chakras are more open. So the idea there is, if it happens to you when you're younger, when all of these base chakras are not established and strong, it can be very disconcerting because you're always moving out of your body, and it's very difficult to bring that grounding into your own body. And that may be the journey that a person has to go through to learn to ground further and to bring all that knowledge that they are accessing through their higher chakras to bring it and ground it into the physical. And then you have the other side of, people who are more physical needs based, focus on meeting material needs. There are different journeys then to explore the higher chakras and open up. So it's about being more of a whole person at the end of your journey. Well, throughout your whole journey, basically. But one thing I want to, I find with seeing clients is that when you have different traumas in your life throughout childhood, you'll find that you would want to recall back your soul power. And that's part of the journey as well. Recall back your soul power, recall back and heal your solar plexus chakra so that you feel more fully in yourself. So that's one way of, by healing our body, by healing our chakras, we can heal our auric field and our energy field as a whole. All right, let's move on. So I'll show just a little bit of this slide. So your energy body and your energy levels. So what lifts your energy and what drains your energy? So this is something that you want to observe on a day-to-day basis. And this is by no means exhaustive. So I'll talk about firstly what drains your energy. For me as a sensitive person, being out in public and hearing loud noises drains my energy. And I'll feel it even more when I'm already low, middle to low on energy. So I'll be more sensitive to it. So if I'm fully topped up with energy and I'm relaxed, and all of the loud noises won't affect me as much. Negativity, people, social media. So if you find yourself getting cranky after being on social media or being around people, chances are you're picking up on your negativity and it's affecting you and your own energy levels. Worry, stress can lower your energy levels. Procrastination. So I say procrastination is where you're not you're not acting on things. And when you're not acting on things, part of your mind is just getting drawn back to it constantly. So that procrastination can actually drain, that's, part of your energy is draining away there. Self-destructing behaviors. So basically, cleaning when you have an assignment, a study assignment to finish, or a whole week's assignment to finish, or study lessons to finish. That's a way of self-destructing. Engaging in drama, that's another self-destructing behavior. Rescuing other people, so focusing a lot more on other people's issues rather than your own issues. So that actually, in a way, firstly, you drain your energy by just giving to other people. And secondly, you're not looking after yourself and you're not looking after your own stuff. So there are myriad of ways you can self-distract from your own stuff. These are just some of the examples that I've experienced myself, and I've learned to basically stop doing that and start looking at my own self first and start lifting my energy levels up so that I can help other people. So that's the spiritual teachings, is where we want to fill up our own energy levels first. And if every single person around us topped up their own energy levels first, we won't have power struggles. We won't have power struggles to try and pull energy from you, me, everyone around us. And how we top up our energy is by going through to nature, where it's continuously abundant. So for people, there are very few people who are constantly abundant. I mean, we are working towards it, but really it's not what we want, where we're basically drawing energy from other people. If it is given freely, if that person has the intention of giving it to you, then they are channeling energy in terms of a Reiki healer. They are channeling energy. So they get topped up first and they give you energy out of their free will. And you feel topped up after spending time with them. But if you are seeking from someone else and drawing their energy, then this is what we don't want, because we don't want it happening to us. We don't want other people draining our energy. So vice versa, we try not to do that to other people. And the reality of it is, early on in your soul journey, earlier on in your spiritual journey, you will do that. And because that's what we've learned growing up, to get our needs met, we draw energy from our parents, and then from our friends, and from our siblings, and then our friends. So we learn to draw energy from other people, but we haven't learned to top our own energy by going out into nature and doing self-fulfilling stuff, energy lifting stuff. So this is where we're going to start teaching ourselves and our children who come along how to lift their own energy by the source, the abundant source around us, which is nature. You know, the trees, the oceans, the birds, they are there and they are full of abundant energy. And you can ask permission. For me, I ask permission from trees. I'll go up to trees, I give you a hug. Oh, thank you for the energy. So it's that respect and love that you care for the trees, and they give you their energy out of, you know, out of a natural reciprocity happening there. Being out in the ocean and birds. Now, all of these actually is also about lifting your vibration. So some of us listening to birds, that higher music is a high vibration sound. And that high vibration can help lift our vibrations as well. So if we're all energy and we're all frequency, it's about lifting our vibration to match, you know, the birds, the ocean, the trees around us. Laughter, how uplifting that is, you know, engaging in things that make you laugh. That lifts your energy as well. For me personally, my hobbies, cooking, gardening, dancing, moving my body, exercise, all of it gets energy moving in my body, shakes off negativity, and lifts my vibration. Energy work, you know, for me, it's seeing clients, it's working on myself. All of that lifts my energy. Acting on goals, so I'll set goals and I'll aim to meet them, and not the flip side is not being hard on myself if I don't get to meet them. So it's good to have goals, but not hurt yourself and get angry with yourself because you haven't achieved those goals. So avoid those negative behaviors of self-harm and build yourself up by acting on your goals. And sacred space. Basically creating an environment for yourself where you put things in that are high vibration, like plants, crystals, Himalayan salt lamp, beautiful artwork, pictures of nature, pictures or paintings of nature, anything that lifts you up and reminds you of when you are in such a beautiful space, or reminds you of your higher self. That's a sacred space. You know, anywhere where you come to meditate, to meet your guides, to connect with your guides, and to talk to spirit. That's a sacred space. So it can be a room in your home, in your work, even out in nature. You can go out into a specific place in nature that you always go to just feel better. So I used to love going to Somerton Beach, because Somerton Park Beach, because that just, oh, the energy there is so healing for me. And that was my sacred space. It was a big, massive space, you know, ocean and sky, but I loved it. You know, that was my sacred space. And for some people, it could be the woods, the trees, going out into the mountains, the hills. That's sacred space for them too. So what I teach my students here is to make your own list and add to it throughout the week when you're starting to be more aware of your own energy. So, and it takes a bit of conscious effort to start being aware of what lifts your energy and what drains your energy. And that's what we want to do. We start off by being conscious about it, and then after that, it becomes second nature. So you're constantly, you know, adjusting your energy levels. And the thing is that you'll notice as you do this, you know, as you monitor your own energy levels throughout the day for a whole week, you'll notice that you will go up and down in your energy levels. You're not always up on a high because, well, if you're in your daily life, you'll have things that can bring you down, or you meet people that can bring you down, or you have something happening that can bring you down. So unless you're, you know, on a holiday, on a retreat, in a spiritual retreat somewhere where you're basically focusing on high vibes, chances are you're not always up high energy levels consistently. So, but similarly, what we want to avoid is consistently being low on energy. Because when we're down here being low on energy, you find it really hard to notice what around you can lift your energy. So you stay stuck low, and that's very challenging because you start feeling ill within yourself. You start finding that you have no energy to do anything, and you start experiencing basically chronic fatigue, and all those physical ailments. And really, the teachings that we get from spiritual teachings is that a lot of physical ailments stem from emotional pain and emotional wounding. So unless we heal the emotional wounding, it will manifest into the physical. And emotions are basically energy in motion. So I'll say that again, emotions are energy in motion. So unless we shift those emotions, unless we move those energies, it will become stuck and stagnant and eventually manifest as a physical ailment. So this is what we want. We want to keep moving. We want to keep flowing. And that is the natural state of a human being. So what you want to do then with monitoring your energy levels is observing what's lifting up your energy and lift up your energy. And if you're feeling low, find things to do that you can lift up your energy so you go up and down and up and down and steady up and down, up and down. And you'll find that it basically, instead of being low and stagnant and straight, you're going up and down, up and down, up and down at one frequency. As you work on lifting your energy levels, keeping your vibrations high, doing spiritual work, healing yourself, you lift frequencies. And then you keep going up and down and up and down and up and down. And a lot of the things that used to bother you when you were at a lower frequency will affect you less because you've raised your levels up. So while you're still going up and down, daily life will affect you a little bit here and there. It won't be pulling you down to that lower challenging level. And then again, you unpeel the layer, do your own healing, keep healing more, keep more on your own journey, more and more in your soul purpose. You lift up your frequency even higher. And then, you're vibrating there on a higher level. And you'll find then that you'll meet people who are helping you, or you're helping them move up. And you yourself will meet other people who will help you lift your frequencies. So it's all about helping each other, on a global level. It's all about helping each other lift our vibrations and lift our frequencies. And that's where we're aiming for. And Mother Earth is doing too. Mother Earth have energy vortexes, Mother Earth has Earth chakras, specific chakras too, that correspond to the chakras in our body. And Mother Earth goes through shifts as well to lift the frequencies. So that is more of a spiritual teaching, bigger level. I didn't think I was going to talk about it today, but it seems to be coming up. So I'll just talk about it a little bit to say that what we're shifting, chances are at the same time, Mother Earth is shifting too. So you find that if Earth is having some earthquakes wherever you are, Mother Earth is shifting. Mother Earth is shifting and shedding negativity and lifting frequencies. And if you're sensitive enough, or if you're sensitive empath and you work with Mother Earth energies, you correspond with that too, and you go through your own physical shifts as well. So if you're feeling shaken within, chances are you're tuning in and you're working with Mother Earth, and that is okay. That is all about healing and use those shifts to shift yourself and to lift yourself and to let go of what no longer serves. And that's what the journey is about. Now, before we're running out of time, I wanted to talk about, what else harms our energy field. So when I did these presentation slide here, I listed all of these, but there's one thing that I wanted to draw attention to, simply because something came up yesterday that I noticed, and yep, that's right, I need to talk about that. And that is addictions. So addictions can actually drain our energy level, yes, but it also puts holes in our auric field. So specifically, I'm talking about drugs like ecstasy, the high-level drugs that are meant to push you out and expand your consciousness very, very quickly. So magic mushrooms, psilocybin, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, magic mushrooms, ecstasy, ice, even marijuana, all of these that are meant to pull you out very, very quickly open up your consciousness, they can tear holes in your auric field. Even on a general level, low level use of marijuana on a regular basis without conscious thought, that actually puts holes in your auric field. So you see patterns of people who are long-time users of marijuana without, as more of a coping mechanism because they're sensitive. You'll find that they are quite scattered and all over the place. And that's because they've got holes in their auric field and their energy field, and you can sense it. They are quite scattered and they look like the world overwhelms them. So it's almost like, ironically, they're using marijuana to help them cope with the sensitivities they are picking up as an empath. And I can tell you there is a link. I would say there is a link between empaths and marijuana use. Using marijuana to protect yourself from all the sensitivities that you're feeling out there, it actually compounds the situation because it has holes in your auric field. You're not actually learning to overcome whatever's happening out there to find your own personal power, and that your power is coming from within to help strengthen your auric field. So if you're relying on whatever form of drugs, it can be marijuana, ecstasy, alcohol, prescription drugs to help make you feel better, to help you cope with whatever's happening out there, you're not still finding your own power. You're not going through the journey. You're not going through the emotions. You're not working on the emotions to shift. So you're not finding your own soul power. And in that sense, your auric field is continuously going to be full of holes and torn, and you're not healing it. Because when you heal yourself and when you heal your chakras, you strengthen your auric field. Without going through that healing, you're not going to heal your auric field, and whatever bombardment is happening out there, and especially if you're pushing out through consciousness like that, you're still going to tear your auric field. So the idea then is that you need to find ways to patch up your auric field. So if you need to find ways to let go of those addictive behaviors slowly, but at the same time patch up your auric field, chances are, it's really hard to let go of an addiction. Absolutely understand that. It's very, very hard to let go of addictions because it's a coping mechanism. It's a crutch. But if you work at strengthening your auric field first and strengthening yourself within, you find yourself utilizing those coping mechanisms and utilizing those addictive behaviors less and less. So you work on empowering yourself first and strengthening your energy field, strengthening your energy body, and building up your energy levels so that you don't need to rely on those. And that is what I found through helping clients, and that is what I found through observing and talking with other healers as well. That's the journey. You always come back to healing yourself first and healing your own energy field and energy body, and then you're more purposeful. So this is the whole point of the Empath Online Series, is to strengthen yourself so that you are all the energy that you have at your fingertips. All the energy within and what you draw on from nature is all there for you to utilize in keeping on your soul journey, keeping and bringing forth your soul purpose. So this is what it's all about. So we are just about at 45 minutes, so we're going to finish up. So I wanted to thank you all for listening and joining in. And it's been an honor talking about this topic because, there's aspects, being a live call, there's aspects where I didn't even think I was going to talk. I have a little bit of a script or an idea of what I want to say, but then it just goes beyond. And this is Spirit working through me and helping. So I really hope that this recording will help you in some way or some form, and you're welcome. Come back to it when you need to. If you want to join in on the Empath Online Series, when we're running the course, because it's a group of people coming together and learning, I don't want to open the course up to new students at this time. So the course runs for 5 weeks. After the 5-week finishes, I will open up the program again so that more people can join in and go through the course itself and go through step by step, go through each week's lessons steadily and build from there. Not just in this course, not just in the weekly lessons, we also have a Facebook group attached to this program. And the Facebook group is where we do our practice daily. So we notice and report our energy levels every day. And it's basically a closed Facebook group. So only people who are in the course and only past students of the course can stay in this Facebook group. So the Empath Online Series, I've set it up so that when you're in it for life. So you can always come back to the lessons again and again and again, and you're in that Facebook group for as long as you want to be in it. So if you've gone through the course once and you're learning all of that, and you stay in for the next intake of students, then you get a refresher of what's going on, and you get to deepen your learning because you're there and you've done your learning and you're still learning. So you're just one step ahead of the new students coming in. So then you'll be teaching them and you'll be guiding them. And in guiding them, you'll be deepening your own learning as well. And this is what it's about. We're all about helping each other on our soul journeys. So thank you everyone for joining in and watching this video. I am Raylene, and I hope to see you in real life too. Mwah. Bye.